everyone, welcome back. I know my face is super red. I just got out of the shower and I wanted to do an update on the Josie Maran Skin Dope oils. So I purchased the two Josie Maran Skin Dope oils. The Skin Dope Organic Glow Oil, which is 50% Argan Oil and 50% Hemp Seed Oil, and the Skin Dope Argan Oil plus 100 milligrams of CBD. So I purchased both of these from her Skin Dope website in the beginning of February, end of January, somewhere around there, and I made a video talking about you know, like my first impressions of it, and that I was going to be trying it out for a month. So it's now been over a month, almost 2 months that I've been using it, and I figured a month was not enough time for me to use this. Like, I really wanted to get a good sense of what was happening with these oils, and a month just like, it didn't feel right, you know, so I wanted to give it some more time. So that's why this video is coming up a little bit later than a month, like I said. So anyways, I am doing this bare-faced right now because I wanted to kind of do like a little get ready with me while I'm using these and talking about the products and updating you on my thoughts on them. So I've already cleaned my face and I've applied my serum, which is the Hanua Aloha Youth Serum, and now I'm going to apply the Skin Dope Argan with Hemp Seed Oil. So what this says is you're supposed to take 2 to 4 drops and warm it in your hand and apply it. 2 to 4 drops is not nearly enough for me. I have to use roughly around 8 drops in order to feel like I'm being moisturized. I do have eczema. It's on my face, as you can see. That's why I'm really red, because I do have it on my face, unfortunately, like, of course, of all the places. So I need a lot of moisture, and I've been using Josie's regular plain argan oil for probably about 7 years now, and I love that one. I love a bunch of other facial oils, which I've talked about in my skincare video. And so when she came out with these, I was like, oh sweet, I gotta try it. So I take about, you know, 8 drops in the palm of my hand, and I rub my hands together, and then I press it on. And my face does get really red after I apply it, but it's because I'm touching my face, so don't worry, it will calm down a little. Okay, so once I apply that, I usually just take whatever is extra and just like rub it into my hands and into my nails. So then I do feel like my skin is very like glowy, like it's supposed to be, you know, because her whole thing is that you apply it to your face for a dewy, glowing looking skin. I think that it definitely does do that. I do feel very glowy when I use this. I had a commenter on my unboxing video of this asking if I noticed any staining with this hemp seed oil one, and I tested that out because she mentioned that, you know, she wanted to wear it as like a body oil, but she was scared of getting it staining on like her light colored sheets. And so I tried it out as a body oil, and I tried it out wearing a light color shirt. If you touch the oil before it touches your skin onto your light colored clothing or materials, it will leave a yellow tinge because the oil is very yellow. However, if you don't touch your body or your sheets or anything until after it's soaked into your skin, which is like instantly, I mean, look, it's like already soaked into my skin. So if you apply it after you let it soak for like 30 seconds, then you will have no problem with it staining any materials because it soaks in very quickly. And I believe that's because of the hemp seed oil. It just like absorbs into your skin very well. That's a good thing. There's no staining involved, even though the oil is very yellow. I do want to mention that the scent, I know I said in my previous video that it smelled really light like the regular argan oil. I've noticed throughout, you know, this, you know, almost 2 months of using it, it smells very much like hemp seed oil. So if you've ever used hemp seed oil, it smells very like nutty, and that's exactly what this smells like. Whereas the real like regular argan oil, that one smells more like sandalwood or like a woodsy smell. But I don't mind it. I mean, it's a little strong and a little off-putting at first, but you kind of get used to it. Since my eczema's kind of been flaring up lately because the weather has been very dry and cold and windy, I have to go in with my eczema ointment, which this is by Glycerin, and it's all natural. So I usually just apply it where I need it, which is around my mouth and around my nose. And then in between my eyebrows. Like such silly places. I also want to talk about the CBD Skin Dope. So I've also been using that for, you know, the past couple months. What I've been doing is in the morning, I will use the hemp seed oil, and then in the evening, I will use the CBD oil. So with the hemp seed oil, her whole thing was about how it's supposed to help with your glow and your skin's elasticity and, you know, help with any like fine lines. And I didn't notice any of that, which is kind of a bummer because I really was excited to try that, you know, and see how that would work for me. But I don't know if that's just because I've been using skin oils for 7 years now, so maybe my skin's just used to it and it doesn't see like a difference using another oil. But I don't know, I just kind of felt like it was really hyped to be this like almost miracle oil. And I just didn't really see that with the hemp seed oil. I do think that it is a great oil, and it was really nice for body, and I tried it out for hair as well, and it was really nice feeling, but it wasn't as moisturizing as I was hoping for, and it didn't really provide any like miracles that I was kind of thinking it would. I mean, I do feel really lucky that I don't have a lot of, you know, like skin issues other than my eczema, but I don't really have acne, or, I mean, I'm starting to get, you know, I'm starting to notice some like wrinkles, which is very upsetting. But I, you know, luckily don't have a lot of skin issues, so maybe there really wasn't much of an effect because I didn't really have much going on. But because she advertised the CBD Skin Dope as being really great for acne and eczema and psoriasis, I was more excited for that one because, you know, I have eczema on my face. I want it to go away, and you know, there's times when it's better and then there's times when it's worse. Right now it's worse, so I feel like this was a good time to test this out because it was claimed to help eczema. So when I was using this Skin Dope with the CBD, I was using it at night. I didn't have a serum underneath, and I just use it straight on my skin after I cleanse my skin. And it felt good. I again used 8 drops, though it says to use between 2 to 4. That was not nearly enough when I tried it, and so I used between 6 and 8, but mostly around 8. And it was a nice oil. It felt good on my skin. It's a clear oil, so there's no worry about like staining or anything. It doesn't smell like regular argan oil. It has like a interesting smell. I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of a strong scent. It's not a bad scent, but it's kind of strong. Like, I don't know, it sort of smells like a plant. Not like, I don't know, it doesn't smell like the hemp seed one. It just sort of smells like a plant. And I do like that oil. I think that it was great at night, but I didn't, again, really notice any difference. I just sort of felt like it didn't really do much for me. And what I've noticed, you know, on the bottle, it says that it's 100 milligrams of CBD, but that's for this whole bottle. So for 1.7 fluid ounces is 100 milligrams of CBD. So when you're using this, you know, using 2 to 4 drops is like very, very little in the CBD category. So I feel like there's not enough CBD in this bottle to be having the effects that it was claimed to have. Like if this had more, it would be more pain relieving. Like she said, you could apply it to like, you know, for headaches or pain relief spots, and that it would help for that. But I don't think that this is enough CBD to actually help with that. Like my Charlotte's Web cream that I have, that is 450 milligrams in like a small little salve container. So when you're using it, you get more of a dosage every time you use it. Whereas with this, 100 milligrams and you're using 2 to 4 drops, you're getting, I mean, like not even half a milligram of CBD really, because I mean, I've been using this for 2 months straight and I've just now reached the top of this label and I still have all the rest of this bottle to go. So I mean, you're not even really getting that much CBD when you're using it. So I think that they probably had to do it that way in order to sell it to a wider like mass of people, you know, getting it into Sephora and QVC. But yeah, it's just not enough CBD to really see an effect from it. I will say that it was nice applying it at night because, you know, I used it at night after I oil cleansed and then I applied it and then I was ready to go, you know, to bed. And I found it was nice. It didn't really help me sleep any better, which I think was one of the things that they had said it might help with. But the thing that I was looking forward to the most was seeing the effects that it would have on my eczema, and I just really didn't see anything. But yeah, I just didn't really notice like a huge difference when using either of them, which is kind of sad. I didn't try using the CBD one on my body because I didn't really see a need to, because I don't have eczema on my body and I didn't have any like pains on my body at the time to try it on. So I didn't try it on that, and I knew that amount of CBD was just not really enough to do anything. So yeah, I just kind of like, I don't know, it was a little bit underwhelming. I think I expected more because there was such a hype for it. And I was so excited because it was like, wow, a CBD like beauty product, like that's so different and interesting, and I was really excited to try it. So anyways, now I'm going to just apply some foundation, and I'm using the Beauty Blender foundation. So I think that, you know, it might work better if you haven't been using skin oils for, you know, 7 years. I think maybe you would get a better effect from everything. If you know, are just transitioning over from like regular skincare or drugstore skincare or, you know, like face creams, you might get a better result of these Josie Maran oils than I did. I believe the Hemp Seed Oil was around $65, and then the CBD oil is either $72 or $78, which, you know, is fairly expensive, but it'll last you a long time. I mean, like I showed you with the CBD one, I've been using both of them daily. This one I, you know, have been testing out more like on my hair and my body, so I'm about here with it after 2 months. But the CBD one I've only been using at night, so it's, you know, I've barely cracked open the bottle. But I think even though it's an expensive product, it's going to last you a very long time. Like I go through, with my regular Josie Maran bottles, I mean, it takes me closer to a year to go through one of those bottles. So I think that even though it's like a pricey item, it's worth investing in if you're interested in it, you know, because it is going to last you a long time. So you don't have to worry about spending, you know, almost $70 to $80 on a product that's gonna, you know, you're gonna go through quickly. So you don't have to worry about that because it's gonna take you a long time to go through this, even using it daily on your face and your whole body. So I think that, you know, that's fine. So I'll come in a little closer. So as you can see with foundation on, my skin looks very glowy. So I do believe that hemp argan oil really does provide a very nice glow to the skin. But it just seems like my skin looks dry. And I wouldn't say it's the Beauty Blender foundation. I think it's more of just my skin it doesn't have enough moisture from the argan hemp oil. So, I mean, it will get better throughout the day. You know, as the day goes on, my skin does get less dry looking, just because then the makeup kind of settles into my skin and my skin kind of, you know, does its own thing and gets a little bit oilier. So it's fine later on in the day, but especially when it's like dry, I feel like my skin is just like so thirsty for more than what this oil gave me. And I feel like when I use my regular argan oil or my Hanua or glycerin oils. I feel like my skin feels a lot more hydrated with those. So I don't know. I do think it's a good oil. I just think it needs like a little bit of work in like tweaking that formula or something, just to like figure it out where the right place is. Although, you know, I've been reading other reviews on like Sephora's website and people are loving it. So, you know, what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. So if you're interested in trying something like this, I would definitely recommend trying it. I mean, I'm not going to dissuade you from trying it just because of how it works for me, because your skin's probably totally different than mine. I bet if you didn't have eczema on your face, this oil would be like perfect. So I'm just going in with some of my Vapor Illusionist Concealer, and this is in 15. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my concealer. I haven't been setting all of my foundation. I just do like a light layer of setting powder like under my eyes and, you know, in like my T-zone where I would get a little bit more shiny. Since I've been using these two oils and it's been so dry here, I haven't been setting my whole face, otherwise my face just feels way too dry. So I just sort of like tap in some powder. And I don't mean to like knock this product, that's not my intention at all, because I do feel like this is a really good oil, and it's really awesome that these, you know, brands are like branching out into the CBD world, because I do feel like CBD is like such an important thing now, and so it's cool to see these brands like branching out into using it. And I do feel like these two oils are very good, and I think that they'll work for a lot of people. Just for me, I'm not getting as many benefits as I was hoping that I would. So next I'm going in with my Rms Bronzer. Next I'm going in with my Gressa Lumiere in the shade Eva. This is like a really beautiful bronzy color. I just take a little bit and I put it on my hand. And that just provides like such a beautiful like bronzy glow on top of my really beautiful bronzer that I already have. Next I'm going to go in with my Ilia Multi-Stick in a Fine Romance, and this shade is super pretty. It's just like a really natural flush for me. I really like this color. So I just rub it between my fingers and then just like place it right on the tops of my cheeks and then blend it out. I just think that's like such a pretty color. And like, of course, I take out the red from my face and then I add it back in. Next, I'm going to just curl my eyelashes, as I always do. But yeah, back to the oils. I don't know, it's just like, I really just wanted more from it. Have you guys tried these oils yet? If you have, let me know in the comments, because I would love to know what your thoughts are on them. Because I do feel like that they are really great oils, the two of them, and like, you know, they're great for multi-purposes, whether it be your face or your body or your hair. I do feel like they are multi-purpose, but I don't feel that they are as powerful, on me at least, as I was expecting based on their like claims that they were making, especially the CBD one. I guess I just really hoped for something more powerful along the lines of my Charlotte's Web salve that I use, and I didn't really get that. I mean, I'm going to continue to use these products and, you know, switch off between these and my usual skin oils. I'm not gonna not use them. I do want to have my mom use them and see what she thinks of them, because she uses the regular Argan Oil every single day. So I want to let her borrow the hemp one and see what she thinks of it, if she notices any difference in her skin. So I'm interested to see, you know, what she thinks about it. All right, so lashes are curled, and now I'm gonna go in with my mascara, just using the Hourglass one. Alright, so my lashes are done, and my last step today is my RMS Luminizing Pencil, and I'm just popping that in my inner corners. Just to brighten them up a bit. And then today I think I'm going to use this Kosas Royal lipstick, and this shade is so pretty. It's like the perfect berry color. And what I like about these is that you can, you know, just rub them in. Okay, so that completes my little makeup look. My final thoughts on these are, they are both very good oils. They didn't work exactly as I had hoped, but they are good. So I would say if you were interested in trying them, you should definitely give them a try. Because like I said earlier in this video, just because something doesn't work right for me, it doesn't mean that it won't for you. So you might actually love these. And I will say I do like them, you know. Would I repurchase them? I'm not 100% sure. Because I love my Hanua oil, I love my glycerin oil, I love my regular Josie Argan oil. And like, look at this one. I mean, I'm almost done with this. I still have a little bit left. This is a 6-ouncer, and I've had this for like probably 2 years that I've been working on this one. So I'm almost done with that one, and then I have a backup of that regular Argan oil as well that I still have to get through. Plus I have, you know, my jojoba oil and my Gressa oil. I have a bunch of oils. Would I repurchase these? I'm not 100% sure. I guess it would depend on, you know, how quickly I get through these and how quickly I get through my other oils. I do like them, but I still have a ways to go. Like, this will probably get me through at least the rest of this year, you know? So I have plenty of time to decide if I want to repurchase them or not. But for right now, I don't need to repurchase anything, so that is good. Would I put these in my makeup kit? No, because I do have my regular Josie Maran Argan oil in there, and I love using that, and that's great for, you know, everybody from every skin type, whether you're oily or very dry. I feel like that's a really good one to have in my makeup kit. So will I put these in there? No, but I will continue to use these on myself, and then once I finish these guys, I will definitely let you know in like some type of empties video when it gets to that point. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on it. I do think it's good. If you want to try it, definitely do. But I will say I was a little bit disappointed. You know, you do spend a lot of money on products, and when it's hyped so much on social media and on their website about, you know, the benefits that it's going to bring, and then you don't see those specific benefits, it is a little bit disappointing. I do like them. I don't 100% love them, but you know, maybe they'll reformulate and figure things out. This was their first run at the CBD oil, so maybe they'll, you know, get their stuff together and maybe it'll improve on the next go around. But for now, I'll continue to use them, and, you know, I just have to add a little bit extra. So let me know what you guys think of these if you've tried them. I definitely want to hear your opinions as well. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, do that right now. Hit that button. I hope that you have a really great day, whatever day it is that you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!